breaking news update.
Breaking news, Justin Baldoni has seemingly lost his legal war with Blake Lively.
Breaking news, a federal judge in New York dismisses Justin Baldoni's lawsuit against Blake Lively.
This is a devastating defeat.
Justin Baldoni's lawsuit against Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, has been dismissed.
Though it might appear like a defeat for Justin Baldoni, in truth, he sharply embarrassed Blake Lively when the so-called judge suddenly threw out two of his strongest claims in court. While this legal turn has left many people puzzled and asking what truly happened, it pushes observers to wonder whether swaying a judge could be that simple, or if pressure somehow forced the court to discard the claims. Honestly, everyone watching feels shocked and remains busy trying to understand the moment. Is this the New York legal system where the world can view Baldoni's side, yet the judge seemed unable to see it? Still, nobody understands whatever strange maneuvers unfolded behind the scenes. Baldoni's reaction after the dismissal appeared calculated, suggesting his team plans a strong pushback now. The legal world erupted, and what we are seeing right now does not feel like justice at all. Instead, it looks far more like corruption unfolding openly before everyone watching. Blake Lively's victory over Justin spread quickly. Insiders close to Baldoni's legal team are sharing claims they believe could leave viewers stunned today. Yet what we hear now is one request already granted. Here is what they claim many people still do not know. Justin Baldoni's lawyers say they discovered troubling material, suggesting Blake Lively's powerful legal operation may have contacted Judge Lyman before he even reviewed a single page of evidence. That appears to go far beyond normal legal procedure. The dismissal came suddenly like a hammer, knocking down every defamation claim. Even though supporters insist there was evidence pointing to a coordinated campaign against Baldoni. It should make everyone suspicious because only days before the dismissal, 19 different organizations, all linked to the entertainment industry, sent a surge of legal briefs to Judge Lyman's office. These were far from ordinary court filings. They felt more like pressure tactics meant to intimidate the judge into protecting Blake Lively at any cost. In essence, they warned him, "Dismiss this case, or you will be responsible for harming future harassment victims." That was not a legal argument. It sounded like extortion disguised as activism. But the story grows even more complicated. Judge Lyman is not simply any federal judge. His brother happens to be a well-known Hollywood director with deep connections throughout the entertainment industry. This reality creates a massive conflict of interest that mainstream media appears unwilling to confront. When a judge's family fortunes depend on remaining in Hollywood's good graces, how can he truly stay impartial regarding Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, two of the industry's most powerful figures? Sources close to Baldoni's team claim the judge's family received subtle yet unmistakable warnings about the consequences of letting the case continue. They were not open threats, but in Hollywood, influence moves on a completely different level. Careers can collapse after a single phone call. Entire projects can disappear overnight. When dealing with people who control billion-dollar studios and possess the ability to blacklist anyone who challenges them, direct threats are rarely required. The message becomes perfectly understood. To Baldoni's supporters, the evidence of deliberate falsehoods appeared overwhelming.
Even if everything that the Wayfarer parties said is true in their complaint, they can't sue Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and Sloan for these out-of-court, allegedly defamatory statements because of the strong First Amendment.
Blake Lively's coordinated campaign reportedly involved Ryan Reynolds, their publicist Leslie Sloan, and even the New York Times. Yet Judge Lyman dismissed every claim, insisting that Baldoni had not proven malicious intent. This was the same judge who appeared to overlook evidence that Blake Lively's team broke promises, manipulated media coverage, and organized a systematic effort to damage Baldoni's reputation and career. Unsurprisingly, legal experts describe the dismissal as suspicious because defamation cases with such documented coordination usually reach a jury trial. The fact that Judge Lyman ended the case before any jury could review the evidence hints at something far more troubling behind the scenes. According to critics, Blake's team did not win on legal merits alone. They prevailed because the system appeared stacked in their favor from the very beginning. Blake Lively's legal team executed a devastating strategy that went far beyond ordinary Hollywood disputes. It was not simply about silencing Justin Baldoni. It aimed to dismantle his entire professional life through two powerful attack paths that left him financially damaged and professionally isolated. The economic assault reportedly began with what Baldoni's $400 million lawsuit described as outright theft of his creative project. Sources inside Wayfair Studios claim Blake did not merely interfere with production. Instead, she allegedly orchestrated a corporate takeover that removed Baldoni's directorial control, stripped away his creative vision, and erased his contractual rights to the project he had spent years developing. The lawsuit further states that Blake's team used their stronger industry connections to pressure distributors, theater chains, and streaming platforms into deals that excluded Baldoni from profit participation and future sequels. Court documents reveal that Blake's interference cost Baldoni an estimated $150 million in lost domestic box office revenue alone, along with international distribution rights valued at another $200 million. Yet, the financial damage stretched far beyond a single film. That raised serious concern. Blake's team reportedly contacted Baldoni's other projects, spreading what the lawsuit describes as maliciously false information, which led to 3 major studio deals collapsing within weeks after her harassment complaint became public. The character assassination campaign unfolded with almost military precision. Ryan Reynolds personally reached out to executives at Sony Pictures, Warner Brothers, and Netflix, according to depositions filed in the case. These were not simple conversations. Reynolds allegedly warned studio leaders that working with Baldoni could bring legal trouble and public relations disasters to their companies. Leslie Sloan, Blake's longtime publicist, coordinated media placements across 17 entertainment outlets, distributing identical talking points that portrayed Baldoni as a predator while presenting no evidence supporting the accusations. The New York Times became part of this unfolding controversy when they broke their promise to allow Baldoni until noon on December 21st to respond to their story. Instead, the article appeared at 9:47 a.m., effectively preventing him from sharing his side. Internal emails uncovered during discovery indicate the reporter contacted Blake's team several times for additional context, but never offered Baldoni's representatives the same opportunity. That moment is where the story begins to feel truly sinister. Blake's complaint was not drafted by her legal team at all. Court filings claim the entire document was prepared by Crisis Management Consulting Group, the same PR firm known for handling damage control for Harvey Weinstein, Kevin Spacey, and other Hollywood figures accused of misconduct. The firm reportedly specializes in what it calls offensive victim positioning, a tactic that reframes alleged perpetrators as victims through calculated legal wording and media influence. According to critics, they rely on the litigation privilege loophole as their strongest weapon, since under California law, statements made in official court complaints are protected from defamation claims even when those statements are later challenged as false. Blake Lively's team allegedly used California's legal protections by filing their harassment complaint first, aware they could include accusations without immediate fear of defamation liability, effectively turning the court system into a platform to spread claims with legal immunity. Observers say this move was deliberate. Blake's legal team includes former prosecutors who understood how anti-SLAPP laws function in California, selecting Los Angeles because its statutes are among the most aggressive in the nation, often designed to dismiss lawsuits quickly while forcing plaintiffs to cover defendants' attorney fees. To critics of the case, Blake Lively's apparent victory may be remembered only as the opening chapter of a larger reckoning, with legal battles and public scrutiny gradually eroding her credibility and distancing her from industry allies. They argue the situation could highlight the long-term consequences of misusing influence within the entertainment world, while signaling to others in Hollywood that public exposure and accountability may eventually reach even the most powerful figures.